ideas. Let's talk about some of the customers that you all have had. And you had sent me a couple links to bring up, so we can jump back to the internet and we can check those out. So let's see. And again, I'll edit to make this a little tighter, obviously. All right. So Ace Fiber. Let's talk about Ace Fiber. Go into that detail. You're an account manager now. Is this your account?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It was the first account that I was handed, and I love all of them. I love all of my accounts, but this is one of my favorites. It just strictly what they are doing. There is a problem in the United States with it's called the digital divide. You know, there are people out there that are using hotspots on their cell phone to stream Netflix. They don't even that it's insane. Like that's something that we can't even comprehend living in Huntsville. Using your phone hotspot to stream Netflix on your TV.
Right.
It is awful. And all of these big companies, we call them, put it in brackets, we call it the other guys in our marketing works. We don't want to call out, AT&T specifically.
Right.
Don't tag them or anything in this. But, they claim that people in these rural areas have just as much access to broadband as the other guy, like as anybody else. And it's not true.
It's not true.
It is robbery. It is shameful. It is horrible. So Alcorn County Electric Cooperative, Ace Power, so they ran electricity to their membership in 1934, and they were the first electric cooperative in the nation. So I interview their employees. It's part of the campaign that we've got going on right now for them. And they tell me stories about their grandparents and their great-grandparents and their grandparents, or I guess 1934, great-grandparents, whatever, with washers and dryers on their front porch, waiting on the Ace linemen to come through and hook up their houses to electricity so they could wash their clothes and connect to a refrigerator. It's insane. 1934, Alcorn County, 2 hours down the road, Corinth, Mississippi, they didn't have electricity. I mean, think about like the Roaring 20s in New York and what that looked like. And there are people in Mississippi that don't have electricity. They don't have anything. They can't turn their lights on, know, and didn't have lights. And broadband is the same way. We're experiencing that again. And if COVID taught us a lot of things, but if COVID taught us anything, it's that having internet is a basic human right. It's like running water. You need that to connect with your doctor, like to do work, for school. There's so many reasons that you need working internet. That's where everything is now. So Ace is once again improving their community and the livelihood of their members by delivering broadband fiber to their membership. So in 1934, they brought electricity to Alcorn County. And then in 2021, they are bringing, they brought fiber. So
90 years later.
Exactly. So here we are in 2022, and they are fully built out. They have, I can't remember exactly what their take rate is, but that's the percentage of people in the community that have subscribed and are paying for Ace Fiber. But it is like, these people out there love it. They eat this stuff up. They, if you want to keep talking about Ace, the Slug Burger videos, did you watch those that I sent over?
I did. I can't bring them up on this computer, but
okay, yeah. So they have this event every year. It's called Slug Burger, and it came about back in the Depression era. They wanted to expand meat, make meat go for longer, and so they cut burgers with like soybeans, flour to make them, instead of like one full meat burger, you'd make like 15, and they called it a slug. So you paid it with a nickel, and it's a festival they have every year. And so I went out last year and did some interviews, like we called them like woman on the street interviews, and interviewed. I was hanging out by the beer tent because that's when I could capture people, and they were more willing to do an interview if they had like 2 or 3 beers in their hand.
Yeah.
So I got this one girl, she was like, I'll have a high-speed internet and corn dogs. I was like, all right. Like, did you get that on film? We didn't end up capturing it, but they're just, it's changed lives.
Yeah.
It is truly, they just got a Chick-fil-A in town. They're getting a Starbucks. And like, before that, you had a Zaxby's, and that was about as good as it got.
Yeah.
They were lucky to have that. So it's really incredible.
So was that your idea to say, hey, we should go out and interview customers?
Kind of. Bill usually puts me up to all of this stuff. I mean, he put me up to this. So he was like, you should do like a woman on the street thing. And I was like, absolutely, we'll make it happen.
Yeah. It's kind of like a news station, right? Where they always send someone out to cover some story.
Yeah, like, go figure it out.
Yeah.
Talk to the public.
And it's interesting, you know, when you see those people through their career and you remember them, people might remember 20 years from now. I remember when Morgan was in Corinth, Mississippi doing those interviews, and look at her now, right? Whatever you end up doing. And that's kind of fun for people that get
On
to
a
see
podcast.
the yeah, here on podcast. This is what really is going to launch it for you.